Well, he knows a thing or two about winning a Super Bowl, and he was there yesterday as the Seahawks won Super Bowl 60. Good morning, Jon Ryan. Go Hawks.
It's a very good morning. I'm still in bed, though.
I was going to say, on a scale of 1 to 12, how hungover are you?
You know what? I don't get hungover, but I deserve to be hungover today if I did.
Oh, tell us about your day of drinking. Like, how much drinking was going on while watching the Seahawks win a Super Bowl?
There was a lot. There was a great pregame party at the stadium. We were all there, a bunch of old players. We all got to catch up, and during the game, it was a lot of fun. And I went to the team after party as well. So there's a lot of fun to be had yesterday.
After party, did anyone perform at the after party?
Ludacris and T-Pain.
What? Oh
Yeah.
my God! And what time did you get home last night, John?
I don't remember. There was definitely an AM after the number. I just don't remember what the number was.
So, John, you're at the game. You're at Super Bowl 60 yesterday.
Yeah.
What was like the greatest play of the day or the best moment that you took away?
For me, it was all a great special teams play. Jason Myers was incredible yesterday. I think that he could have also been the MVP of the game. Michael Dixon played out of his mind. It was so fun to see what those guys did yesterday. I thought they were a huge contributor to the win.
I was thinking of you. I'm like, dude, Jon Ryan's got to be smiling from ear to ear, especially that he had that one punt where it just pinned him all the way back. And I'm like, man, Michael Dixon's just on fire tonight.
Yeah.
And
I was sitting right in that corner there. I was on about the 15-yard line, about 8 rows up, so I was right in the corner where he had about 3 amazing punts. So it was a proud moment for me.
Would that because we were having the conversation, we of course are too lazy to do the research. Could that have been the first time a kicker could have been the MVP of a Super Bowl?
Yeah, it would have been, yes, and he very well could have been. I talked to him right after the game, and he was on cloud nine. He said, like, I was talking to him. He was like, I don't know if this is even real right now. And, he deserves all the accolades he gets for that game.
Okay, so obviously Kenneth Walker III was a complete beast yesterday. He was just totally on fire. And then I saw that he was like the first running back to get the award since like 1998 or something like that. So that's super uncommon as well, it seems like.
Yeah, I was very surprised by that. I think it happens so often that the quarterback gets the MVP. So I was a little surprised that it hadn't happened in 28 years. But he was very deserving yesterday. He ran all over the place. It was fun to watch.
And we're talking with Super Bowl champion Jon Ryan, who's got now some new friends to add to the Super Bowl championship club when it comes to the Seahawks, which is just so freaking cool. But tell us a little bit about like your entire time there, because like you said that the team brought you out as like an ambassador for the team. So what did you get to do while you were there?
Just take part in a lot of really cool events. It was really special. This team, they took such good care of me for the whole decade that I played there, and now I'm 8 years removed, and they're still taking care of me. So just the fact they brought me and Sarah out, and they put us up, and they got us tickets, and they took us to all these great events, is just speak volumes to how classy this organization is.
Who were you palling around with the most yesterday, Jon Ryan?
I hang out with Jermaine Kearse a lot. Me and Jermaine were kind of hanging out every day. I saw Earl. Earl was here a lot. Steve Hauschka. A lot of the guys from that 2013-14 team were here, and it was a lot of fun.
John, I did see a picture with you and Earl Thomas, and I'm like, man, talk about like that just seems like a unlikely duo, like just vibe and energy wise. But like, do you have a favorite Earl Thomas story? Because I feel like that dude might be the epitome of intensity when it comes to former Seahawk players.
You know what? It's now that he's retired, it's kind of fun to see him get a little more laid back. Have a drink or two and just kind of shoot the what, because he was so intense when he played that it was just like a switch that wouldn't turn off. He was turned on 24 hours a day, and now it's kind of fun to be able to just kind of sit back and have a drink with someone and talk about old stories.
Jon Ryan, we are going to be having our celebration, our victory parade on Wednesday. What do you remember most about the time that you guys were parading through the streets of Seattle after winning the Super Bowl?
Oh, man, I just remember being able to look out and just seeing human bodies as far as you could possibly see. It was one of the most surreal, whatever it was, 3 or 4 hours of my life, just kind of be up on that float and be able to look out and all you'd see is people. I remember when we got into the float or whatever you want to call it, ride the ducks or whatever it was,
yep.
the Space Needle. And they said it's going to be on a 30 to 45-minute drive to the stadium. And I think it ended up being like 3 or 4 hours.
Whoa.
The cars could barely even move just because it was so many people packed into the streets of Seattle. It was amazing.
And that last time, dude, it was cold as all hell. Like, it was like 20 degrees. I'm looking at the forecast, and it says 52 degrees, partly cloudy.
Ooh, I'll take it.
Yeah, it was cold. I actually remember being very cold and being bundled up, but it was so much fun.
Did you see any of the maybe you didn't because you're still in bed and you were drinking yesterday, but the footage of the people in the streets of Seattle climbing telephone poles last night?
I didn't see that. No, that's incredible. I'm sure it was quite the scene.
Oh, dude, it was like bedlam. And somebody set up a firework, like right by the stadium. Like, of course, people are partying and celebrating. But I don't think the person holding the firework knew what they were doing. So he pretty much shot the firework at the people that were right next to him. And everyone, like, freaked out. No one got hurt. And then everyone lost their mind because nobody got hurt. It was freaking awesome.
There's nothing like a drunk guy and a bunch of Roman candles,
Right.
It makes for an entertaining time.
So, Jon Ryan, back when you were, celebrating the Super Bowl win after a glorious first time for us Seahawks fans, what is the celebration like in the weeks that come? I mean, I know it probably doesn't slow down.
For me, it didn't slow down. I don't know. It's been 12 years and it hasn't slowed down for me. But it was that week after the Super Bowl it's so much fun. I remember just going out in Seattle every night, to be honest, and just having the greatest time. So you're absolutely on cloud nine, and nothing can really ruin that. It's quite the emotional celebration.
Did you guys all wear your Super Bowl rings to the Super Bowl yesterday?
Most of the guys were. A couple guys were like superstitious. They thought if they wore it, it wasn't that good. It wasn't good to wear it. But most of the guys were all wearing theirs. Do
you like pound fists with it, like a superhero type, like Wonder Twins kind of a thing, or no?
Yeah, it's like a secret handshake type situation. You tap rings.
Do you have to like switch hands because it gets a little like you get tired on one side?
Okay. Yeah, you know what? They are relatively uncomfortable to wear. It's where most of us don't wear them very often because it rubs against your other knuckles, and it's not the most comfortable thing to wear. But yesterday was the perfect time to wear it.
Well, we have you. I would love to, because you're watching the game. You're watching with your former team. Like, what was the overall vibe of the former players talking about this team? How do you feel? I mean, because a lot of people are comparing it to the team that you guys when you won the Super Bowl and just how special it was and how dominant that both teams were on defense. But as a former player, how do you view this team and as far as the history of Seattle Seahawks teams? Yeah,
I think every team's unique and different, but. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been saying all year this team's reminded me a lot of the 2013 team. Mm-hmm. Very, very strong defense. A real you can tell there's a real brotherhood inside that locker room. Guys really get along, and they really like each other. And you really got to sense that all year. And I mean, I don't know if it was exactly like 2013, but the result was exactly the same. So it's pretty cool.
Just a couple nasty defenses.
Absolutely.
Did you get to chat with any of the current players at the after party, or what was going on over there?
I talked to Jason Myers very quickly right after the game. I kind of wanted to let them celebrate on their own. I didn't want to interfere at all, but I talked to him. I talked to Cal Raleigh after the game, actually, which is really cool. He was having a good time. And I said, when do you have to report for training camp? He said, tomorrow morning. The plane is gassed up. I said, oh, my God. I'm just trying to wake up tomorrow morning. You got to go and catch a bullpen session. That's terrible.
And I saw Josh Naylor was at the game, too, rocking the Seahawks jersey with his name on it.
Yeah, good Canadian boy, Josh Naylor. I don't know if anyone has taken to Seattle as quickly as Josh Naylor has. That guy already feels like he's one of our own in a very short time. So it's pretty cool to see him out there supporting the team.
That's a good point. He's already a Seattle Mariners legend, and he hasn't even played a full season with the team yet.
Yeah. I think he's still living in a hotel. I think he's a full-time resident.
Well, Jon Ryan, thank you for hopping on this morning to talk about your experience at Super Bowl 60 yesterday, and also just speaking to what it's like to be a Super Bowl champion.
Hey, you know what? You guys should be thanking me because I had to set my alarm for 8:59 to do this. So you're welcome.
We are impressed.
Go Hawks!
All right, love you guys.
Take care, Brent. Love you.
The Daily Mig Show.